Shout out to our sponsor, Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers ready-to-cook meals right to your door with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients. They're treating our nobodies to $30 off your first order when you visit blueapron.com/theknow, so try it out. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. It is a new week, and that means a whole bunch of news, so let's get started. Now, while we wait for official keyboard and mouse support for Xbox One, gamers have been coming up with their own solutions thanks to adapters. That's become something of a sticking point as of late for fans of competitive console shooters who've been urging Microsoft to ban the use of third-party adapters. However, Xbox corporate VP Mike Ybarra now says the company is not going to do that. Ybarra tweeted about adapters this week, saying that they're going to let the game makers decide for themselves. He wrote, "Developers have the choice to use APIs that detect and not allow these. It's up to them, but the capability is there." When asked why not just do it themselves, he went on to say, "We could, but there are helpful scenarios with these devices. Accessibility, for one. Our general approach is to empower the developer to manage their game how they want." Translation, don't blame us, it's up to the game developer. They can choose to allow it or disallow it as they please. Now, hopefully, we'll hear word of that official support sooner rather than later, but hey, in the meantime, there are solutions if you really want it. What's the best way to make one of gaming's most anticipated titles even more exciting? Just add a dog. Apparently, Naughty Dog is finally sort of living up to its name and decided to put a good boy in The Last of Us 2. Over the weekend, creative director Neil Druckmann tweeted an image of a fluffy pupper in a motion capture rig, simply writing #Year of the Dog. This single tweet, just this one, got so many gamers really excited over the prospect that there could be an AI dog companion at some point in the game alongside Joel and Ellie. Whether all of that speculation is true is left to be seen, but hey, Naughty Dog, if you do it, you better not take that damn thing away. We will have words. You don't give us the dog and then take the dog away. Now, we've heard lots of talk about Alan Wake and Quantum Break developer Remedy's next multi-platform AAA project, and now we might have an idea of its release window. These details come from Remedy's recently published quarterly earnings report, in which the company said that the untitled project, tentatively known for now as P7, has officially phased out of pre-production into full production. In addition to that, they said that the game will be due out sometime in 2019. No other details at the moment, but for now, we know that it will be a cinematic game with a focus on cooperative multiplayer that's planned for a multi-platform release. We will, of course, keep you posted as we hear more about it, like when it's officially revealed. Another anticipated game just went into production as well. It is the next iteration of the Shin Megami Tensei series. That's right, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is now properly underway, according to its director. In an interview with 4Gamer, producer Kazuyuki Yamai said, "I feel that the production staff has come together considerably to a point and reaching a milestone where we can say we've started full-scale development." Yamai also said they're putting a lot of work into the game's new demons, which apparently take 3 times the effort from those of previous games. Since it will be the series' first console debut in quite some time, and a Nintendo Switch exclusive at that, Yamai wants to make the launch a very big deal. And hey, I'm on board. You on board? I'm on board. Hey, remember that rumored Burnout Paradise Remaster that we were hearing about for a while? Well, now we've got more than just weird retail listings. We've got an official trailer and an announcement, so it's like Facebook official. EA dropped the trailer this morning for the beloved destructive stunt racer. As expected, it will feature fully remastered graphics and even includes the game's DLC, well, I mean some of it. According to the announcement, the remaster will feature the 8 updates from the Year of Paradise DLC, but will not include the Time Savers DLC. I guess you'll have to buy that one separate if it's offered. Burnout Paradise Remastered is dropping on March 16th, so this was one of those, hey, it's official and it's almost out already kind of announcements, which I like. Now, we've got some reviews for the Secret of Mana HD Remaster, and they are unfortunately not great. The remake of the classic RPG currently has a 66 on OpenCritic and a 64 on Metacritic. Critics said that the remake didn't go far enough to bring the game into the modern era and instead was clumsy and showed off sometimes awkward-looking character models. IGN wrote, "Secret of Mana HD Remaster is a bit of an odd duck. For every one thing it does to enhance the original, it makes a strange, distracting change or doesn't make an obvious fix. More than one reviewer suggested that gamers stick with the original. Destructoid wrote, "You may as well just play the SNES version, even if it's the first time you're ever picking up a mana game. The original sprite work is able to pick up the slack of a few of its inherent shortcomings, which are only exasperated by the swap to 3D. So, there you are. If you are still interested, the remaster is available now for PlayStation 4, Vita, and the PC, or hey, check it out on SNES. Don't expect a sequel to Rainbow Six Siege anytime soon. Doesn't really need one, I guess. Looks like the developers are gonna keep adding to the existing game for a long time. On a panel over the weekend at the 2018 Six Invitational, the dev team said they hope the game will be supported for 10 years, and if that's the case, they're planning to release a total of 100 operators in total. We also got a look at some gameplay for the upcoming Outbreak co-op mode that reminded a lot of people of Left 4 Dead. Meanwhile, paid loot boxes are also coming to the game with the Outbreak mode, which has annoyed some gamers, but the dev team says they won't affect gameplay, and they've denied any sort of charges that they're getting greedy. Brand director Alexander Remy told MCV that the loot boxes are like a gift shop after the roller coaster. That's a weird analogy, but let's hear more. Remy said, "I'm feeling very empathetic towards players upset with this, but at the same time, I do not feel we are cheating anyone. I don't think we are being greedy whatsoever." The new Outbreak mode is set to release next month for PC, PS4, and Xbox One on March 6th. Reviews for the action-adventure game Fee, it's like Iron? Fee, are out now, and they're pretty so-so. It's currently got pretty average reviews, including a 74 on Metacritic and a 75 on OpenCritic. The game from Swedish developer Zoink puts you in control of a woodland creature inside a lush forest. It also doesn't have much of a narrative, instead leaves a lot of the story up to you to decipher. It's not going to just hold your hand through it, you're just discovering things as you go along and putting it together. Most critics seem to agree that it is a flawed but very pretty platformer. Worth Playing gave it a 9 out of 10, saying, "Fee is a game that you want to get lost in. Even if you discard the beautiful visuals, the forest world has so many areas to explore that you'll enjoy wandering around aimlessly." GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10, saying, "Despite being one note on a gameplay level, Fee's world with its lush environments and wistful score compels you to explore." The game, if you want to check it out, is already available. It is out now on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So whatever platform you got, you can get the game. Star Wars The Last Jedi is hitting physical media next month. Wow. I mean, that's, yeah, cool. It's way sooner than I would have expected, but yes, next month. And the very first hints as to what to expect for these special features have been revealed. The film comes out on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra High Def March 27th and promises 14 deleted scenes, 2 hours of bonus content, and a feature-length making-of documentary called The Director and the Jedi. The Force Awakens Blu-ray was a little bit stingy on the special features, so this is a welcome surprise. 14 deleted scenes is a lot. How many of them are just Kylo Ren shirtless going and flexing his pecs? Hopefully, all of them. For those Star Wars fans that just want to watch the movie again at home, you can do that even earlier. It is dropping on digital release on March 13th. Remember when the original opening weekend estimates for Black Panther were in the still very impressive $125 to $150 million range, and we were all like, wow, that's a lot of money, but that's great. We were so innocent back then, like 2 weeks ago. Black Panther blew past all estimates, taking in $201.7 million in the traditional Friday to Sunday 3-day weekend, and $235 million if you count it as a 4-day holiday weekend. Now, that means that Black Panther had the second biggest Marvel opening of all time, only behind The Avengers, which is huge because The Avengers had an awful lot of build-up. This is the biggest new hero standalone that they've done. I mean, I guess, you've seen Black Panther, like Civil War and stuff, but this is like the first movie that he's got, and it's huge. Black Panther's already surpassed Justice League's entire US box office in just 4 days. And keep in mind that all those numbers, those are domestic. Internationally, it's proven strong as well, pulling in another $169 million from foreign territories. Given its A+ cinema score, which means audiences polled at the theater really like it, and the fact that there's little in the way of competition over the next few weeks, I don't expect Black Panther to keep raking in the dough. Wakanda forever. Oh man, I really liked that movie. It had a lot of really lovely stories in it. And everyone was beautiful. It's not fair. What should people be allowed to do with abandoned games? Save them for posterity? Tinker with them? It's been a big topic of discussion recently, and now the debate has shifted to what to do with old online games. You might remember that the US Copyright Office has allowed DMCA exemptions when it comes to preserving games, which means that libraries and museums can use emulators to let people play old games. And most people, including the gaming companies, have been okay with this. Well, recently the nonprofit Museum of Art and Digital Entertainment asked for that exemption to be expanded to include online games, but apparently that's where the games industry draws the line. The Entertainment Software Association says that since some museums charge an admission fee, letting the public play online games there amounts to commercial use. In a statement, the ESA said that public performances and display of copyrighted works to generate entrance fee revenue is a commercial use, even if undertaken by a nonprofit museum. So we'll see how this shakes out. No word yet on when the Copyright Office might make a ruling, but it's interesting to see that that's the line that companies that have no interest in running these games anymore will take about having someone else run these games. That's the news for this roundup. You're all caught up. Strong start to the week, right? Let us know what you think of all this news in the comments down below. To make sure you get news from every corner of the internet every weekday, like this video. And if you're new around here, hey, subscribe to the Now. Thanks to Blue Apron for sponsoring this update. Never too late to learn how to be a rock star in the kitchen, even if you've never been much of a cook. Hey, Blue Apron can help you turn that around. Blue Apron delivers step-by-step recipes with pre-portioned, ready-to-cook ingredients right to your door, and meals can be cooked in less than 45 minutes. They have 12 new recipes every week, so you don't end up eating the same thing over and over again. There's always something new to try, and you can choose how frequently you want to receive meals. So let's say you've got a busy week. Maybe you're only gonna need 2 meals instead of 3 or 4 like you usually get. The recipes are all really solid too. This week you can nab stovetop chicken parmesan, 3 cheese calzones, spicy sweet potato chili, ginger pork meatballs, seared steak with mashed potatoes, and that's just to name a couple of them. I really enjoyed it because I like cooking. I particularly like cooking something for family that they'll like, and I don't know, there's something really cool about feeding the people I love, and this gives us a ton of new things to try. The meatballs and calzones are my particular favorites, but your mileage may vary. Blue Apron is treating our nobody community to $30 off your first order, so you can try it out and save money while you're at it. To check it out, visit blueapron.com/theknow, and hey, let us know what your favorite Blue Apron meal is. Everyone seems to like something a little bit different, and that's kind of cool.